Good morning, everybody, and thank you very much for joining us this morning for our webinar discussing employee competition. I will be speaking to you this morning, along with my colleagues Tom Croxford, DSN Gupta and Craig Raj Kapoor.
In my view, the most important thing of all in disclosure is transparency. If you have been clear about who has done what, why that has been done, if your disclosure statement explains, we looked at these depositories because we asked where things were stored, that will assist because you've been upfront. The other side can challenge that, and if necessary, the court can rule. And the court's pretty reluctant to rule and to make disclosure more disproportionate. And so once you've been transparent, that will be helpful.
The solicitor can draft for the witness, but it's a question of when they can draft and what they can draft based on. So whereas before you might have prepared an outline of the witness statement in your own words based on the documents, now you must prepare the draft after proofing the witness. And so it'll be more akin to a record of that proofing session, and so therefore be in the language of the witness.
And when I was listening to you speaking, it sounded as though it was judges across with long trials. And what they really want is everything to be very, very organised, very, very early on before anyone's actually had any chance to think about whether they really want to settle. That may be a cynical view by me, but it sounds like a lot of front-ending of cost. Is that unfair of me to think that?
I totally agree. I think that's absolutely right. And I think that's probably one of the bases that Tom relied on to try and discipline it in his case.
Because it was just too difficult.
And would be very, very costly.
And expensive, thank you.
What the court said was that the essence of the tort of conspiracy was the absence of justification for the combination, relying upon Abyazov number 14 in the Supreme Court for that. The justification, the absence of justification, was consisting in the unlawful means which were instrumental in causing the loss, but you didn't need to know at all that those means were in fact unlawful. You had to know of the facts that gave rise to the damage, but didn't need to know that they were unlawful.